Hi, thank you for joining me. This is a series of videos I'm doing on the New Age movement because I have been there and seen it. In this video, I'm going to talk about the practice of communicating with the dead and the paranormal. Some people claim to be able to communicate with the dead. Whether they really can or not, I don't know. That's another matter. Seances, mediumship, using a Ouija board are all ways that people use to try and talk to their dead relatives and friends. Sometimes people play around with a Ouija board for fun, just to see if they can call up anything, which is a really bad idea. These practices are not solely confined to the New Age. People outside of it sometimes do these things, but they're popular within the New Age. It's understandable that people want to communicate with their dead loved ones, but it's not helpful to people who have just lost someone close to them. It doesn't help with the grieving process. Once they've communicated with the dead person, or think they have, they want to do it again. Then they want to keep on doing it, and it stops people from moving forward. Plus, you don't know how safe it really is. When you attempt to contact the dead, you're trying to make a connection with a whole other world that you have no idea about. If there are millions of dead people floating around in the cosmic ether, then they inhabit a world that is different to ours and completely unknown. When you open that doorway for them to come through, you don't know who or what you're inviting in. If one dead person can reach you this way, another one can as well. You could call up something nasty. It's like leaving your front door open for anyone to walk in. If they weren't a good person in life, they're not going to be in death either. The unknown is not something you should mess around with. Just say some malevolent spirit did come through and attach itself to you. What do you do then? Do you really want to be recreating scenes from The Exorcist? There are many theories about the spiritual realm. No one knows what's actually true and what isn't. That's why I believe you should leave it alone, because it's so unpredictable. You just don't know if and when you're going to have a nasty experience. You can end up way out of your depth, feeling very scared and anxious. Often people use mediums to try and make contact, but there are a lot of fakes out there who are just out to make money. They're not psychic, they don't communicate with the dead, they're just good actors, and they'll make you feel that you need them, so you will keep coming back. It's not that hard for them to find out information about you. All they need is your name, and they can Google search you, look on your Facebook page. Most of it is guesswork. They look at your age to assess who is likely to have died in your family. Often at these mediumship events, they will point to some old person in the audience and say your mother or your father is coming through, because they're not going to be still alive. If you're a bit younger, they'll go to your grandparents, because there's a good chance they're not still alive, at least not all of them. They ask questions to get you to feed them information. It's skillfully done, so you don't see what they're doing, and you hand over all your power to someone else. If they really can talk to the dead, they won't need to ask questions. It's a common belief within the New Age that you have spirit guides. There isn't a single definition of who and what they are, but one common theory is that they are the souls of dead people who are assigned to guide you through life. It encourages you to connect to and communicate with your spirit guides. People actually use this as a way to make decisions. There are workshops that are supposed to teach you how to do this. There is a practice known as channeling, which means allowing your body to be used by the soul of a dead person or some supernatural being to communicate through you. So basically, it promotes trying to talk to dead people. This is not healthy. The focus should be on communicating with the living. One thing I'd like to know about these spirit guides who are supposed to be close by you all the time, are they standing there watching when you're in the shower or on the toilet? Quite funny, really. The thought of having all these spirit guides hanging around every time you go for a shit. This is crazy stuff. There are some strange ideas within the New Age that probably were dreamt up by someone in the 60s who was on drugs. There is nothing to gain from this, only time and money to lose. Keep your money and your sanity. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. See you next time.